has got a constitution. Does it have a constitution? In forming a party, obviously, and registering a party, you have to have a constitution.
Yes.
Does MDC Alliance have a constitution?
No.
So this is the issue. So we are talking about the same party, the MDC. So that's what we are talking about. So I think the questions which are being thrown all over here about whether we belong to this and that, I think that they are superfluous questions, because we know there's one MDC. We know it, and you know it. And all these other adjectives about alliance and what have you, we know they are non-existent. In any event, MDC Alliance was supposed to dissipate immediately after election. People were going to go back to their own parties after that. We know that.
And then say, before elections, there were court cases where Dr. Kupe sought to take over the presidency of the MDC. At the same time, President Nelson Chamisa also challenged that eventually Dr. Kupe led the MDC, what she said was the original MDC from Morgan Tsvangirai under the MDC team.
That's not very correct.
That's not correct.
That's not correct. Let me correct you. What actually happened is that the judge concerned did not make a definitive order.
Okay. My argument is already there are two. We cannot run away from the fact that
Even the judge said there are two factions.
Okay. We cannot run away from the fact that there are two MDCs. Without saying factions, there are already two MDCs. One led by Dr. Kupe, who ran for presidency on 30 July, and another led by Nelson Chamisa, who ran for presidency on 30 July. And then you ran under Kupe.
Yes.
Which MDC do you want to sort
I?
out today?
Okay, should I answer that question?
No, wait.
I think I answered.
No, I have to go and defend this story when I write it. My editor asked me, do you want any chichi? So I'm not trying to.
My friend.
So what I'm trying to say
This one is on me, I think. Let me answer next.
No, I'm on everyone. So what I'm trying to say is that which MDC are you trying to get its house in order? The Nelson Chamisa-led faction or the Kupe-led faction?
My friend, I think I answered you properly. I said the reason why we are here is that we are following the footsteps where Morgan left when he passed order. We are focusing on the members that were left by Morgan Tsvangirai. And we are focusing on the constitution which he left. And we are therefore not selective to say Kupe is wrong, Chamisa is correct. At the moment, everyone who was left by Morgan Tsvangirai in this structure, that's the structure we are talking about. We are not talking of alliance, we are not talking of we are talking about the original MDC which was left, which is under attack at the moment. So we are not looking at any other issue. We are focusing on that. That is the MDC we are talking about. We are saying now the alliance is just a social grouping, my friend. It's a social grouping. Just like we are talking here, it's a social grouping. It has no constitution. It has no mandate at all. It is just someone who has thought of bringing people together to form his own agenda where we don't know where he wants to be taken to. And we are saying, look, let's come back to the founding values. Morgan passed on 14 February. And from there, let's begin. Let's move on forward. And bring all the people that were affected. Bring all the people who feel that for this organization, this MDC to move forward, they must subscribe to what was left by Morgan Tsvangirai as he passed on.
And the constitution which you are talking about is this one here. Let's focus on the constitution, and those are the issues we have raised about this constitution. I think we are splitting hairs as to personalities. This constitution does not mention anybody by name. And you are actually mentioning names. We, even in our statement, we didn't mention names. We just talked about MDC. And this is the MDC which you are talking about.
And to that effect, we are now calling upon all founding members of the organization, MDC, founded by Morgan Tsvangirai, meaning the CTU, the students, the workers, the teachers, and all other people that are affiliated with this, to say, look, the thing that they started, the thing that they initiated in order to have an alternative government in Zimbabwe, it is now coming to an extent. And this is where we are. We are saying, let's all people come and rally behind supporting this idea of promoting the legacy of the founding values of MDC, the original MDC, which you are talking about.
And just in addition to that, I just want to add this because I think it's very important. If you ask anybody who says he belongs to whatever faction, ask them whether they've got a membership card from that party. You ask them. They will talk about this one. That's what we are talking about. So we are splitting hairs here. Let's be very open and very clear on what we are talking about.
How many minutes can we go?
As
Yes.
it stands,
Yes.
who has the powers to call for the Congress right now? And if it happens to be called, are you going to participate in that Congress?
The National Council of MDC, the structure is left by Mogli Changirai. The office is left by Mogli Changirai. The ideas and values left by Mogli Changirai are vested in the National Council. The National Council is the highest decision-making body between congresses, and congresses are held after 5 years. Therefore, the National Council has got the mandate to call for fresh elections for the Congress, which is the reason why we are saying this crisis. The National Council is silent, the National Executive is silent, the Standing Committee is silent. They are afraid of speaking the truth that we want to go to a Congress.
They are afraid of the guys who were here, whom you saw.
They always attend some National Council meeting. Recently they were there. But they cannot even utter a word to say, to look at the Constitution, to read what it says. And why are they there? Should we need the same National Council, the same National Executive members? Are they doing the good to the cause of the founding values of the party? Why are they not referring to the Constitution? Are they afraid of this guy, of the president? Are they afraid of anything? We are saying they've also got lost on the way because they are not using the Constitution. It is now just like a beer environment where some patrons come and share some ideas and go back home. And nothing is coming fruitful to the effect that this opposition, we want this opposition to become the most vibrant opposition in the world. That's where we are. And we keep our founding values. We should never distort them. We should maintain our constitution. The issue of constitutionalism, you don't violate the constitution. You abide by the constitution. You need to respect the will of the people. You need to go and consult the people. This is what is lacking in MDC. And then today it is a one-man show. It's running away with the stick.
Is a follow-up. You mentioned you are in the structures of the MDC.
Yeah?
Right. Have you ever tried, like my good friend asked it, have you ever tried to engage the president himself on a one-on-one situation?
If I were to say I tried to engage him myself, without mentioning the majority of people who tried, it would appear as though it is a lie. We have got quite a number of people from Epworth, they tried to engage. From Kwekwe, they tried to engage. From Gokwe, we had some people who came by buses using their own monies to try to get an ear from the president, to try to get an ear from the chairperson, to try to get an ear from the standing committee, to tell them the reasons and the problems that are facing, that they are facing. And some of these issues that we are talking about, but most of them were snapped, and no one could listen. You can be promised, you remain seated here on the desk, and the next time you see the room vacant, and you'll be alone. No one will give an ear to you. So, in short, not only me, most people tried to engage the leadership to say, look, we must move that way, but nothing has happened.
So, Diana Fana for Congress, MDC.
I said National Council. Were you listening?
Might dismiss the National Council.
Yeah.
Did I dismiss National Council?
You are saying they are afraid.
It's not a dismissal. No.
We talked about party capture, and we talked about integration of people who have actually been put into in those structures to sing according to his master's voice. That's what we are talking about, and that's what we are complaining about. But when all is said and done, the Secretary General is responsible to call a
So, do you accept that Monzora is the Secretary General?
Yes.
We haven't expelled anybody. We are only a pressure group.
Yeah, even
We are only a
the
pressure. We are not
president.
looking for positions.
He's our SG, yes.
We are only a pressure
president
group.
up to the 14th.
If I may answer on that one, Secretary General is still Mr. Monzora, as he was elected during the Congress, last Congress in 2014. He's still our Secretary General.
So are you confident that he's going to call for a Congress?
If he follows that constitution, of course.
Let me come to you. Perhaps you could have rephrased your question. It was not clear to say we dismiss the National Council. That's not clear. We said it is under siege. You could have said what next could be done if you said the National Council is under siege. I could have given you an answer. Is that right? Yes. So what it means is that if the National Council is under siege, the party Secretary General, assuming he's not under siege, or the National Chairperson, if it is not under siege, or even the provincial structures, they can write, provincial structures should write to the Secretary General to say we want an extraordinary Congress within such a period, according to the Constitution. Now the structures have been captured again. There's the revamping of structures, putting John, removing Peter, removing Mary and putting Andrew, like that one. And those new people faces now, whom we did not start with, those people coming from Zanu-PF and all other people, they are now in the structure. The intention now is to go to a Congress by October, violating the Constitution, whereby